Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another exciting night of the Nordic Keyforge League, Season 17. Yes, I will be playing versus Dinobot. And yeah, I have a new starter splash for now. We'll see. I might change it up again. I'm just trying it out. Um, but let's get to something also super exciting. The game found campaign. It's over Monday, and we have a super exciting 24-hour stream for you Sunday from 2 a.m. Eastern until 2 a.m. the following day. 2 a.m. Sunday Eastern to 2 a.m. Monday Eastern. All your favorite content creators. It's going to be so cool. Make sure you join in. Here's a schedule. Here's a sneak peek. It's going to be going out everywhere, but um, also check it out. I should have some new commands. Yes, pound game found in the chat to get the URL for the campaign, and this URL will probably change, but I also have pound schedule, which gives you the URL to this schedule right here. Now, right now, I'm just using a Discord link. That might change, but so check those out. 24 hours of awesome Keyforge action. It's going to be exciting. Lots of cool stuff going on. Ghost Galaxy is going to advertise for us. Oh, yeah. So, exciting times. Okay, but we got to get into it. I need to join the Nordic Keyforge game because Dinobot already set it up. Thanks, Dinobot. Okay, we're in. So we need to ban a deck from Dinobot. So let's check them all out really quick. I think I already know what I'm going to ban. Here are Dinobot's 6 bots. And look at that, $715,000 for the Game Found campaign already. At 750, we get a few more languages. Chinese, Thai, Portuguese, both Chinese simplified and not. So, yeah, it's awesome. Hopefully that will also bump up the numbers. Every NKFL match is intense. Okay, let's check out Dinobot's decks. We start out with Aurora, Clueless, Retreat, Wave Stopper. Now, he was streaming on this deck, and I know he's watched like a bunch of my NKFL streams, so this match is going to be super hard for me. I haven't seen any of his matches, but I did see him briefly. I wasn't able to catch all those streams. He was streaming on this one. I know he was having a little bit of problems with it, but it does seem like a pretty good deck. He also has this 93 SAS, Photio of Spirit Veil, logo Saurian Untamed. That's pretty nasty with a ghost form. He's got Lorimer, Creeping Seas Ideologue, 98 SAS, Double Transporter Platform, Armor Officer Nell, Cyberclone Cronus, Punctuated Equilibrium, 18 pips. That thing is just insane. Yeah, Aurora's his NARP deck. Aurora can be gross when the M4 is out. Yeah, that is something to be afraid of. He also has Imprez Lebrun. Worlds collide with a Legacy Binate Rupture, so Legacy Brig. Logo Saurian Shadows, too much to protect. Manchego with hit and run. Double Tribute. Calipigan Ideal. So that's not fun either. He's got the Noble that throws away Ash. Another Worlds Collide, 86 SAS. Double Ronnie, too much to protect. Odoak, Crassosaurus, double Exhume. And then finally, X More, the Tower Moneylender, a 97 SAS, 18 pips, double Market Disc, Infernus. It's got some sins going on, 5 sins, triple Lethalogica. So a lot of craziness. But this 98 SAS, I actually did play a couple test games. Like I wasn't even close. It's like it's amazing. It just dominated me. So we are gonna get rid of that. So let's go and ban Lorimer. Okay. Let's see what he banned. He hasn't banned yet. Okay. Yep, as always, in KFL is very tough. Everybody's got super good decks, and um, the matchups are hard. It's it's intense. Okay, he banned. What did he ban? Mrs. Swordcook. That's my 95 sass. It's pretty good. So not too surprised. Now we keep one safe. And what do I keep safe against him? I'm actually not sure. So last game I kept Researcher Tower Child safe, and then I didn't play it. Maybe it was a mistake. Um, not sure. What's up, Anxious Pirate? How are you? Gonna be playing you in Sealed next week. Looking forward to that. Gonna see you in our 24-hour Twitch stream. Excited about that. We already talked about that. Okay, I need to keep a deck safe. And the two that I normally keep safe are either Quinn or Researcher Tower Child or Swordcook. Stewart has a lot of disruption. Eaton's Jar, triple market dis might be good versus some of his decks. But I think I'm going to keep safe Researcher, Tower Child. It also has Infernus. It's got Amphora Captura and Auto Encoder. Now, he does have a couple decks with artifact control, including Barrows. Aurora doesn't. Spirit Veil doesn't. Lorimer I got rid of. But in Perez has double Hawk and remote access. Noble that throws away Ash has a Sneck Lifter and a Hawk. And X More has a Reclaim by Nature. I was thinking of Sneck Lifter, not Borrow. So even though it's a little bit tricky because of those good artifacts, I'm going to keep Researcher safe. And now I got to ban his last deck. And he kept In Perez safe, which is a Legacy Brig. Okay. Yeah, that one was scary. Ridiculous sass on decks. I know, it's nuts. I think banning and not playing is Giga Chad move. It didn't work out for me though. I lost. I think it was a right move because of the matchup, but I don't know. I don't know. I do have a 95, I think, but it was banned, so yeah. Dinobot decks are nuts. So okay, so he's saved Perez. We're gonna have to deal with that monster. We're not gonna ban Aurora. Spirit Veil is really scary, and I think I'm gonna ban it. However, it doesn't have artifact control, and then I'd be going up against 3 decks with artifact control, which does hurt my decks. I mean, this is kind of like no-win situation here. They're all super good. I'm gonna keep more. I think even though it's pretty nuts, I don't know. Phew. Um, Low stats can work if you know what you're doing. If you have the right matchup. Uh, So the key with this one is really getting his. Once he gets Spartosaur out there, it's like it's nuts. But I am worried about the creature control. So let's see. More. Man, it is so good. And let's spend more. It's just it can go off, so we'll do it. Let's see what he banned for me. He banned Quinn. Okay. That is probably my second best deck. Now we get into what do we play first? And as always, it's all about the matchups. So he's not going to play Roar probably. He could come out strong out of the gate with Spirit Veil. He could come out with a saved one, the Brig, Legacy Brig. Or the Noble that throws away Ash. More is no longer. So, I don't think we're going to go with our best right away. I think we're going to go. We could go Major Disruption to start out with. Sometimes that throws them off. I was thinking about Stewart too. It does. Let's take a quick look at Stewart. It does have the triple Mark of Disc, double Infernus, Eaton's Jar, Stirring Grave, double Waking Nightmare. It doesn't have a lot of speed. If you get the Captain Valjerico early and can get it going, it's pretty good. So I think it's still the right move. And even if they kill my Eaton's Jar later, it's not that big a deal. So I was actually thinking about Stewart. So we're going to do it. Let's see what he picked. He picked. Oh, he hasn't picked yet. Okay. All right. Whew. I usually specialize in one style heavily. Yeah, and that is really powerful in Hexad. The order is tough though, just because everybody is so good and all their decks are so good that any order they pick, it's tough. Okay. Okay, here we go. He picked the Noble that throws away Ash for game one. So let's take a look at that. This is his. Oh, okay. Interesting. Crassosaurus with Exile, Tribute, Axiom, Golden Spiral, and then in Double Ronnie, Bren, Too Much to Protect, Double Ronnie, Hit and Run, Snack Lifter, Hit and Run. Okay. Let's get going. All right, off to the races. I have versed that deck. I hate that deck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, if you can guess what they're going to do, that does help a lot. And honestly, I would have preferred Stewart versus either of the other decks, I think. So we got to remember that he's got Snecklifter. So we don't want to play Fawn of the Eye first turn. I think I'm going to mulligan this, and honestly, we want Valjerico turn one, or we want Eaton's Jar turn one. We did get Eaton's Jar turn one, although Infernus turn one is not good. And our Spirit's Way turn one is also not good. Okay, he puts out the Obsidian Forge. Let's see, what's in this deck again? We can Eaton's Jar Ronnie. We can enjoy the Crassosaurus or the Exile. Exile is probably more important. Yeah, this is a really bad matchup for this deck, actually. This is bad. We're going to Eaton's Jar, the Exile, and play Stirring Grave and Insure. There goes my Eaton's Jar. That's too bad. And unfortunately, we have a super crappy hand here. But we'll get out the Infernus and purge his Hawk. Get out our Fiend and our Waking Nightmare. What's up, Stalker? I just started. So first of 3 matches right here, and I think it's a bad matchup. So we'll see how this goes. And here comes the Saurian. Well, Fangs of Gizelheart could do some work in this deck, though. I'm wondering how big Saurian he goes already. He's got the Golden Spiral out. He gets the Phalanx Strike out. Can't do much with that. Well, we just got to play cards here. I think we Fangs Otawak. And then just smite into nothing. But we get a reap out of it, so we're going to hold on to that one, though. Hold on to the Spirit's Way. We're probably going to need it. Now, how long are we going to have to hold on to it is probably the question. I forget how much creature control he's got in this deck. He's got a decent amount. The Harbinger, the Axiom. He already got rid of 1 Phalanx Strike. And then hit and runs will set up his Snecklifter or Ronnie's. I probably just have to discard the rest of my artifacts. He does get out the Harbinger and kills it with the Obsidian Forge. I do get to steal one out of that, but he discards Dendrix. Interesting. Festering Touch, not finished with you, and brings back Harbinger. So he's also worried about board control. Okay. We're going Scout Pete. I think we leave that on our deck. And we play this. Now, do we go to 7? Does he have a Ronnie already? Probably. He's got a Skeleton Key, though. Man, it's damned if you do or damned if you don't versus this deck. But I think the Ronnie just hurts us so bad that we can't go to 7. Exactly. How long should I hold on to this board wipe? Next Data Forge, we're going to talk about that. And that's right. Every matchup's a bad matchup. We're going to discard this and insure. He's got all of his artifacts early. Crassosaurus coming out already. Golden Spiraling Net. He must have the Exile already. Yeah. Well, that's a big pain in the butt. We're gonna hang on to Waking Nightmare. F indeed. Yeah, we're pretty much dead in the water already on this one. We're going to go Star Alliance and go Survey, and that's it. We'll discard Potion of Invulnerability and Insure. Please kill my Grassosaurus. Yeah, no, you're right. Even if he doesn't have the exile, he's got the TMTP. He'll get you no matter what. He plays Tribute for Ember, Phalanx Strike for Ember. So he doesn't want to play creatures because of the marker disc. So how long should you hold your board wipe? I guess this long. Because I'm going to discard all this stuff. Here comes out Ronnie. And the hit and run. Stealing again. Well, that's good. Hit and run's gone. I'm back to 0 Ember. We're going to go Star Alliance, play out these creatures. I might not get a key in this match, honestly. We're going for 1 key. Can't steal my Ember if you don't have any. But now we can get some use out of that Crassosaurus with our Commander Chan. He's going Saurian. Reaps with Ronnie. Plays too much to protect. Discards Avinda. So he's going to check. Yeah, I could stop him. But I'm not going to. I guess I could stop him with Sanctum as well. I'm not playing this well at all. Oh, that's a bad matchup. Let's see. Pretty soon he's gonna... Yeah, I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Oh, here comes the disc with the shadows with the subtle maul. Need to get the... Yeah, you know, I actually do have it in here. It's just not working. I need to ping. Sky Jedi about that. Okay, we will see what he says. Thank you for the reminder. I meant to. Probably needs moderator privilege? I didn't realize it needed that. Alright, try it again. He discards a Ronnie. Why does having 2 creatures bad? Maybe he's just trying to cycle? Alright, cool. Thanks, Murph. Thanks, Fudginator. He's going to start discarding my cards, but he's probably got the tribute in hand too. He already played one. Oh, he's only got one. Okay. Then, even though he's going to start discarding my cards, I think we still go Star Alliance here. Reap, Reap, and yeah, we're using Crassosaurus. We're going to fight Ronnie, though, actually. Oh, man. I just got my Infernus. If he discards that, I'll be very upset. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I can... I would then have to choose Saurian then. I'm pretty sure. Okay, he does get the Exhume Ronnie play off. Okay, so let's get some of our dis. Oh, you hit the Anguish with mods? Yeah, that's pretty good. I was thinking about that too. Then I'd be locked into dis. He does have the Axiom, which he could punish me. We'll see. First, we're going to get rid of some of this, though. Let's see, does he only have one Exhume? No, he's got two Exhumes. Let's see, has he played them both? No, he's only played one. That's too bad. And yeah, we have no way to get back ours. Okay. Now the question is, what do we do here? Let's get the Drekker out. That's some pressure. We might as well get the Anguish out too. We'll see. Alright, he planned for this. Here comes Harbinger. There goes my line. Yep. Okay, 19 Ember, and I don't have any creatures for my Waking Nightmare. That's too bad. That's what I was expecting. Play something. You can do it. He probably has the other Exhume in hand, deciding whether he wants to steal one Ember or Exhume something else. What other creatures does he have? Play the Melisson. Play the Bornet. Do it. He's too smart for that. Yeah, but if I killed the Crass, I'm pretty sure I would have had to play Saurian. Okay, we just try and rush and get one key. That's all we try and do now. I don't think it has to be on your Archon card. Control the Weak has to be on your Archon card. I don't think Markadis does. Is that in the FAQ? Oh no, not Brand. They have a way to kill Brand? Oh, they're gonna Skeleton Key. Oh. It's a Maverick Pit Lord rule. What's up, Andrew? Thanks for watching. He discards one of my Blast Shielding. Well, and then he's going to kill Brand and steal 3 next turn, so even though I'm at check, yeah, I'm not even going to get key. That's too bad. Um, let's see. Next turn I can do that. Yeah, I can't even get to check. Or I can't. Yeah, that's over. Oh yeah, content for this weekend. All right. Ouch. That was an annihilation. Oof. 3-0. Ouch. I picked the worst deck that I could have for that matchup. Okay. Now what do I do? He's going to pick Spirit Veil or Perez. Spirit Veil's got the double Nature's Call. They're both not great. Now, Antiphage, Yassafras, or Researcher is my option. Yassafras can rush, which I think Antiphage has shenanigans with Saurians and Dis. It can do Callipygan Ideal shenanigans, archive a whole bunch, sometimes get off a Data Forge, sometimes steal 5 or 6 in a turn. He does have a Mimic Gel. He doesn't have Odoac here. So he doesn't have steel protection, but he's got the Breg. He does have an Odoac here. So that really hurts that one deck. Yassafras also has potentially steel with Johnny Longfingers. Researcher Tower Child is more about capturing and key cost. I think we're going to go... We're actually going to go Researcher now. Normally I've been keeping it, so I'm hoping he thinks I'm going to keep it. So let's go Researcher now. And let's see what he picked. He picked Spirit Veil, which I think is actually... that's probably actually bad. That's probably the worst matchup of what I had left. So that's not great. Alrighty. We are making bad decisions on the matchups is what we're doing. I was hoping he's seen some of my games, and normally I don't go research or my save deck necessarily this early. But the one good thing about playing against Spirit Veil is it does have no artifact control. So we're gonna start out. I think we'll keep this and we'll get our Novu Daimyo going. Let's see. Now he does have crazy Saurian action. Oh yeah, this is a Spartasaur deck. Okay. The mind over matter here is actually pretty critical. So we want to hold on to that for a little bit. Hystricog actually could be pretty critical too. Yeah, Brig does not belong in Worlds Collide, but we're probably going to see that next turn. Or next game, sorry. Okay, he's going Logos. Out with a Tau Tau. Some efficiency. Let's see. He's got some decent efficiency. Double Tau Tau, double Wild Wormhole, Daughter Igor, and the Ghost Form. We're going to kill our Adeptoid here. And then we're going to go Dis. We're going to take off the ping, the ward, and Dark Minion will ping Technician, and we'll ensure. The Nature's Call will be annoying. But I think it's alright. But we gotta probably we'll have to think about what we want to do with our next turn here. But it depends. He's got options. So while he's figuring out what he wants to do, let's check out our division really quick, because this is actually a pretty important game. Kvel is at the top. And Karen right afterwards. Let's see, he's played 15 games. So he's played all his matches. Karen has played all her matches. But we're fighting here for the third spot, and he just beat me and has a key advantage. So I really screwed up that last game because I lost 3 keys in that, and so really I gotta go 1-on-1 and win on keys by at least 2, which is near impossible. Or I gotta win both of these last games, or I get 4th at best, because Danielle could still, if they finally. Oh, maybe they were just given losses. I don't know. I guess they have all their matches played too. So we're playing for 3rd or 4th, or if I do bad enough, I could actually drop under Danielle. And that's definitely possible. Okay. Dinobot goes Saurian, plays Golden Spiral, Tribune Pompous fights Saurus Rex, and exalts itself. And Tracerian Legionary fights Hystricog. And Shrix exalts Shrix. Okay. So now I got to decide what I want to do here. I actually kind of want to go into Logos. So I need to decide. Because what I actually don't want is to set up a really sweet play with their Spartasaur in the archives. So I definitely got to kill the Legionary. So I need Dynamo for that. So we got to keep Dynamo. Now, do I want to mind over matter here? or not. I think if I kill the dynamo, positron bolt over here. It's not exactly good enough. The other option is I take out something like opposition research with dynamo. I discard that, and then I fight in the legionary, and then I mind over matter. Maybe after positron bolting him, or maybe I positron bolt last, or I positron bolt my own deck. That's even better, actually. Yeah, that's even better. So I only put one into my archives. I get a. Oh, I don't get a steal off. He's got no ember. Hmm. But at least I don't put them in my archive and muddy up my archive. Then I'd be putting Pompatus and Strix in his archive, which does set up Spartosaurus or Scutum with Strix pretty good. But I think we're going to do it. We're going to go opposition research here. Let's think about this. If we like went this instead, we could take out two of theirs. Which isn't bad. I think I actually like that play. We're gonna go dis. We're gonna fight minion into technician and Xenofiend and the legionary. And insurn. Ooh, double doom is we like to see. So my thought process there was mind over matter can kind of make me gain a lot of ember with their pinatas, hopefully. He does have another Tricerian legionary coming, so he could still ward something. He also has an ancient power coming. I forgot missed that. So this could have been a mistake. But we can positron bolt potentially beforehand. Depending on what's on the flank. He wild worms full into Perilous Wild. Gets an ember, doesn't do any damage. Reaps with Sanitation Engineer. What's he discard? Panpaka Anga. Okay. Ghost form. Okay, well, I can double doom that. So I wanted to go dis anyway, actually. So we're actually going to keep Dynamo out. We're going to go dis. We're going to double doom that Strix. Also discard Strix. Okay, and then we're going to Infernus We'll get the ghost form, and I guess the wild wormhole. Oh, and we drew into Waking Nightmare. That's nice. Yeah, we'll play that too. And Inchurn. Oh, and we got our autoencoder. That's nice. It would have been nice to have out with the dynamo, for sure. But that's okay. Okay, here comes the Untamed. Mimicry. That is scary. See, what's nice about Mind Over Matter here is I can Mind Over Matter my Infernus if it doesn't die. He does have the Muster Murmurk though, so he could kill it. He's got a Harmonia. I gotta watch out for that. Cauldron Boil. The two Nature's Call and the Mimicry are definitely the ones I need to watch out for. Imprinted Murmurk a little bit. Mimicry, the Waking Nightmare. Make my key cost +1. Nature's Call. So you just do the Dynamo? Yeah. Discards Cauldron Boil so he doesn't kill his Pompatus. Okay. He does have the Imprinted Murmuk. Okay. And a Camouflage. So he, I think, is at check here. So I forged for one more. His still shows 6 because he played Waking Nightmare. But he's actually at check. Sneaky check. I think we actually want to get over our Mind Over Matter. What's perfect about this get out our autoencoder. What's perfect about this Mind Over Matter is it puts one of each house back in there. That's pretty nice. And it gives me back my Infernus. So we're going to go Logos. Mind Over Matter, autoencoder, and we'll play out Novo Dynamo. It's going to die next turn, but that's okay. Then we have a really nice setup right here. Oh, yeah, he's got Punctuated Equilibrium in another deck, thank goodness. Hey, but we got a key, so we can't lose out on 3 keys this game. I believe you can win this whole thing. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So far, this is a good start to this game, and I still haven't even got my M4 Captura, which is pretty good in this deck. He still has one more Nature's Call, but he's already got through some of his scary cards. He didn't take his archives, so that's interesting. He plays one card, discards Muster Murmuk just to get to check. Oh, wow. What's he got? Is he holding... He does have Graft. Luckily I got around that. He might have a big Saurian hand that he's trying to craft. Spartosaur and Primus Unguis can be very deadly together. Yeah, I should be able... I can win this game. It doesn't mean I will. And then... I don't know about the next game. We'll see. We'll have to see what matchup we get. So we're going Saurian. We get our Monument to Primus. Now here's a question. I could discard my Strix and just steal one with a Monument to Strix because I know this is either getting bounced, although he probably doesn't have Nature's Call right now. He's trying to probably set up a big Saurian thing, so what would he do in Saurian? It's probably better that I just have as much creatures out there as possible. depending what he does in Saurian. But I can at least put an Ember onto Monument of Strix because he doesn't have any Ember control. And I don't think I don't think I do. Because he can mimicry what I have. I don't think I do though. I should know what's in my own deck, but I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything. So we're gonna play out. We're gonna play out the Shreks, but first we're gonna play out Octavia. Do a damage there. And we're going to do that first because we have a capture with Shrix and we don't want to put it also on Shrix. We'll play out Consul Primus. Now the question is, do I play out Faust here or not? Or do we hold it? And I think we actually hold it. We are going to play the Spoils of Battle though. And sure, let's capture everything. And then we're going to use that. We did draw our other Infernus, so we have 2 Infernus ready to go. We got to remember that before he flips his deck. And he does have some speed coming left in Logos. We got to use both of those. So do we want our other Faust out there? We might actually, like... Yeah, let's just do it actually. Because we might get a turn where we can just like reap 4 times if we're lucky. We did get the M4 Captura, so that's good. We still got a big issue actually if he does his big Saurian play. We do need to get to probably our implosion. He does go Saurian. Let's see if he's got the big one. Here comes Spartosaur. Now what's nice about this is, now he does have the Golden Spiral too, is he doesn't destroy dinosaur creatures. He would destroy Strix. Okay, yep, here's the big play. He gets a gain 2 Amber with Spartosaur too. Let's see, who's he fight? Actually, a friendly creature will not be destroyed, so it won't kill Strix by itself. What's he going to do with Spartosaur? He's definitely going to fight something. Okay, he fights the Octavia. And I'm sure the reason why is because he doesn't want the Octavia to start fighting his creatures. So we got to kill that Spartosaur. He puts the Ember on Primus Ingus. Okay, interesting. So we got some decisions to make here. He's not at check. It's tempting actually just to reap 3 times. But this thing can get out of hand really quick. So let me think about that. If I recall right though, he's got almost no Ember control, especially in Saurian. So he does have the interdimensional graft. He's got the Ode to Whack, which yeah, and he's almost got no Ember control. So Did we kill the Odoak? We have not. Okay. He's got a Tricerian Legionary coming, and he also has Ancient Power coming. But we also have a ton of damage pips. I think I do go Saurian here. Now I could kill the Ludo, but it would require me sacrificing 2 of my creatures. Not sure if it's worth it. If I reap out here, he fights, he reaps twice. He definitely is at check. I get to check. He's going to get a whole bunch of Ember. He might actually fight twice, kill the Faust, and use a Ludo to kill one of these. I can... Let's see, if I reap 3 times, I'll get the 7 Ember. I'll draw 1 card. Alternatively, I go this here. I think we go Saurian. We reap. We reap. Take an Ember there. Put it on Ludo. We use Shrix to take 1 here, and with Faust, I think we also reap. We could fight in the Spartosaur. That would get him, but when Ungus reaps, it'd give him another +2 power, so he could still take out one of these by fighting, so I don't think that's worth it. I think we reap there as well. But we will also move from Primus, using Primus, one of those around. Okay. And then, next turn we're going Disc, because these guys are going to die. We did, unfortunately, set up a... he can ward that once he gets Ancient Power. But I don't think we're too concerned about that, actually. He does go Saurian. So we're going to have a bunch of dead Saurians here. Let's see, how many cards did he play last turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, he could have drawn into some other good stuff. Tricerian Legionary, Odoak, Ancient Power, Scudum. Here comes Odoak, which we're not too concerned. We don't have much steel. We have the one Fiend or Daemon thing. That's about it. He does capture one, but it also doesn't take me off. He puts a Scudum on Spartosaur so it gets more armor. So it can fight into these annoying 3-power creatures with impunity. He takes out the Consul Primus. Ungus reaps, which makes sense, and Ludo is going to take out the Faust. Oh, no. That makes sense. Golden Spiral to take out the Faust. Now to take out the Shrix, and then Ludo takes out the Faust. Okay. We will only use one from that. So now it gets interesting. So we're definitely going to go dis here. And first we play Infernus. So the problem with playing out stuff is he can fight into it. But if we draw, we have a 1 in 8 chance of drawing our implosion. Probably not going to happen. We will draw. We won't capture here. We got a Mind Fire, which is interesting. It won't let us steal because of Odoak. But we are going to purge Nature's Call. I think we just got to go Amber at this point. Unfortunately, he got out his key creatures a little bit early, but I do get out the Orb of Invidious, which is actually super critical here. We'll do those two. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage pips, so we could actually take out the Ludo here, which is pretty big. We're actually 1 away from taking out this Spartosaur. So instead of capturing, I think we're just going to take out the Ludo. He probably is going to get 2 keys, but I think it's worth it. So first we'll play out the Orb of Invidious. Do the Ember, damage, damage. Dark Minion. We'll just damage ourselves. Another Infernus. Damage. And we're gonna, it's really tempting to take out the Mimicry, but I don't think we're going to. Because we gotta keep control of their pips here. Take out those two. Now what do we want with the Stirring Grave? We'll Mind Fire for their daughter, okay. And we want Amber and we want damage. Oh, that was perfect. Because I destroyed one of his creatures, I destroyed everything else. So I can bring back my Infernus. So now the question is, do I bring back my Faust or my Infernus? And I think I bring back my Infernus. Even though it can probably only get me 1 more. So we're going to be drawing, we have 2 logos out here. We're going to be drawing 4 more cards. He's going to forge a key and then have 4 Ember. We need to generate at least 2 Ember. We have 1 Ember here. Hopefully more than that. We got 1 Ember with a diametric charge. Maybe 1 Ember with Implosion and maybe more with killing something. So I think we gotta hope we actually get this Implosion in this. Because we might be able to kill the Ungus and get some back. He does have potentially the Ancient Power, so I think we bring back the Infernus with a damage pip to set up Dark Minion with a damage pip and a pip is also interesting to give us an extra pip. That's even better actually, because he can reap 3 times. He'll get to check. With Infernus, we can maybe stop him. We might be able to stop him from getting 2 keys, but I think we're actually going to go with this Dark Minion. And finally in turn. Okay. But, oh, our Implosion is in our bottom 3. That is not good. That's not good at all. However, if he reaps 3 times, he'll be stunned. So that is good. But I'm guessing he goes into a different house here. He goes untamed. Maybe he's thinking if he picks up his archives or not, because he's got Imprint and Murmuk in the archives. He decides not to, plays Nature Call for the Ember. Plays out Harmonia. Wild Spirit on Ingus. Okay. That's pretty nice. Captures. Okay, so I have a couple options here. A pretty good one is go Logos, play Diametric Charge for the Ember, and discard 3 times. I could also I might play Group Think Tank and capture here also. Discard the other 2. The other thing I could do is go Saurian. If I go Saurian, I can get the check, actually. Yeah, we're going Saurian here. Even though the bad part about that is Implosion, if it's our last card in our deck, we won't be able to do what we want to do there. So we're going to play this. I don't think we're going to Exalt because we're going to capture onto it. But we're going to use both of these. So we're going to steal 1, and we're going to move 1 from ours over to him. And we gain 2 Ember, so we'll be at check. Yeah. So we're not going to Exalt. We're going to play this. Ember, capture. Oh yeah, I forgot about them capturing. Oh man, big mistake, big mistake. Okay. It's a big mistake, but we got our implosion. So that's huge. Our implosion is our ticket to winning this game. Now the question is can he forge before I win the game? And I don't actually know. He can gain at least 4 Ember this turn. He can gain too much Ember. Yeah. I screwed up with the double-sided spoils of battle. This double-sided ones always trick me up. He does take his archives in Saurian. What's he gonna do? What did he Save away. Was it the ancient power? I had put the Tribune Pompeius in there. That does clog up his hand though, so that's nice. He can get lucky. He can Tau and then Wild Wormhole next turn, maybe? Because he's only played one Tau. Oh, he's got two Wild Wormholes? No, I purged one. Yeah. Okay, so I won't get him off check. Which is unfortunate. But I should be able to get the check. There's the Ancient Power, and that's exactly why we saved our Dark Minion. And I think we take out the Ingus here. And Inchurn. So, he doesn't have a key cheat, does he? I think I win. Although he could Tau, draw into the next hand, and then Wild Wormhole a couple times. And if he gets lucky on the Wild Wormhole, he could Mimicry something. He could Mustek Murmuk. If he Mimicries my... Yeah, my Spoils of Battle? That could do it. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. That still might not do it, actually. He'd have to Wild Wormhole into it, though. He's got at least one Wild Wormhole. He Wild Wormholes a Mimicry. He gets the Spoils of Battle. One in 16th chance? Yow. Can he stop me? He copies Spoils of Battle. I don't think it's enough, though. He can capture one. He can capture four. And because of Monument to Strix, I think I still win. What? Wait, how did he get... Oh, Spoils of Battle's got to capture? Oh my goodness. Spoils of Battle had to capture too. I forgot about that. This is Keyforge. All right. Well, that was... now we can actually stop him here. But... So we can stop him and get to check. Right? Yeah. Do they have a way to stop me? Probably. Okay. So, yeah, if I destroy them, it is going to destroy their logos. So we want to do that first. And then we can capture 4 pips here. Okay, so we play... What do we play here? And what do we discard? We gotta play Group Think Tank and Daughter, so we'll play out Group Think Tank. Capture, capture. I think we discard both of these to archive. Oh, we won't be archiving now because we haven't gone through our draw pile. We could get through our draw pile with Daughter. So we're gonna play out Daughter. Capture. And we're gonna actually draw here so that we can discard. And archive some stuff. What we actually probably needed is Mind Over Matter. Now Faust could do us something, but we don't have enough creatures. We needed more Saurian creatures, so we'll see if he can get us off check. He doesn't have a lot of ways to get off check. Oh, does he have a Musik Murmuk? Did he draw back into what he needed? I guess his draw is only 5, so he drew a whole ton with that Logos hand. Oh, man. Wild Spirit on the Spartosaur. That makes sense. Capture on the thing that's got Scutum. He got Musik Murmuk. You gotta be kidding me. Kills the Daughter. Imprinted Murmuk, so he's at check. Now, does he have... Okay. Okay. This is okay. We can get back up to check. How do we want to do this? We have options. The best is probably Logos. We could actually kill Spartosaur. Okay, so we got to be careful about this because if we do kill their... Well, if we kill them both, it's still the same. So we just have to capture one. So if we go Logos, we could discard 3. And we could even play the Opposition Research. Discard 2, play the Diametric Charge to capture, and then reap with Tank. We could also try and Mind Fire him. And Stirring Engrave something. Stirring Engraving the Daughter is actually not bad because then it gives us 3 pips there. But yeah, I think we actually go Logos here. Take our archive into our hand. We reap with Group Think Tank. We play Diametric Charge and capture. And we just play it like here or something. And then we play Opposition Research. No reaping. And then discard twice. So the no reaping gets it so he can't Wild Spirit me. Perfect. We discard twice and turn. He says rip. Let's see about that. We actually have a nice Saurian play here. Potentially. We could capture a whole bunch. Whew, we did it. Oh my god, that game was nuts. That game was nuts. I can't believe he mimicry the spoils of battle, and then it had the capture pip so he could stop me, but we did it. Okay. We got one. We got one. But now we got to win the next one. Refresh, refresh. Okay, report 3, 2. Okay, so now do we go for Antiphage or Yassafras? We're almost positive that he's going to play in Perez. And so we have Antiphage, and let me pull up Yassafras here. And Yassafras. So Antiphage, what's good about it is it's got the EE. It can do a whole bunch. It doesn't have a ton of creature control. It's got the Axiom. It does have the 2 Harbingers. It hasn't no ping damage, kind of. He doesn't have a lot of creatures, though, so maybe that's okay. I mean, he does have the Saurian shenanigans, but actually it's not that bad. He's got the Brig, the Too Much to Protect, Hit and Run Manchego. It doesn't have a lot of speed. It's got some, though, if he gets a memory chip early. So Antiphage is actually not a bad option. Yassafras, tons of speed. I might be able to outrun it. It doesn't have a lot of creature control, but it does have the 2 red alerts. Now he could play Aurora. Triple Foul, double Spells, Amphora Captura, Triple Daughter. It's pretty dang good too. It's got a Mind Over Matter, interesting. Anti-synergistic with all the capture. But he did save in Perez, so I'm guessing he's going to go with it. It does have double Hawk. I have 6 archives here, artifacts. I only have 4 here. I think we're going to go with Antiphage. That's a tough one. Yeah, let's go Antiphage. Antiphage is just more fun. More fun. What did they go with? They did go with In Perez, of course. Game 3. Game 3. Tied 1-1. This is for whoever wins this gets 3rd place in our division. Bronze Gamma, leaderboard. I just won one, so I'm up. But whoever wins this, if he wins, he's definitely got it because he'll win the keys. So whoever wins this gets 3rd place. So it's big, 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 big. Let me create. Let me refresh. Okay. Okay, now let me create. Okay. Here we go. One for all the marbles. Just the way you want it. Just the way you want it. Game found up to 717,000. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, we are first, huh? Well, the Babbling Bibliophile is pretty nice here, actually. So we're going to keep it. Even though after that we're going to have a choo-choo-choo. That's not that great. He's deciding whether he's going to hold it or not. Let's see if we're lucky on the Igor. He does mulligan. Okay, we're going to go Logos, Babbly Bibliophile, and Churn. Go Shadows, Simon. Bad Penny is discarded. Okay, we'll go Logos. We'll reap here. We'll play out the Igor. Now he does have double Hawk, so we could play out the Hologramophone. I think we will. We'll play out the Wormhole Technician, and we'll play the other Igor. We'll get the other Hologramophone. Ooh. Or do we get Clippigan Ideal? Or Odoac. Well, we do have one Odoac, so that's good. I think we get an Ideal here, actually. And Inchurn. So, 4 logos on the board already. This is one thing that this deck does actually really well. Let's see what his response is. He gets out Legolas Raptor. Let's see. I'm not sure. Did I play this deck? I don't think I did. Double Tribute, Axiom. What's his other board control? Kymor Eclipse, Galley Caper, Phalanx Strike, Hit and Run, Thorium Plasmate, Simon, J Vinda. Okay. So let's see. Does he have... He's got Tricerian Legionary. That's nice. He'll probably ward the Raptor. Nope. He'll ward itself and tributes onto himself. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back into Logos. Reap. Draw 2 cards. We didn't draw anything. Reap. 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 We archive Hecatomb. That's fine. And we will Hologramophone on Babbling Bibliophile and Inchurn. Oh, here comes Memory Chip. Thorium Plasmate. Who's he going to get rid of? Technician? Yep. Here comes Eddie. That's pretty nice. Remote access to Hologramophone Eddie. I didn't know he had. That's a pain in the rear. Okay. He's up to 3 Ember. Okay. We can take out the Eddie with our Saurian here if we wanted. We can also blow stuff up. If we go Dis with the Hecatomb. But we wouldn't be able to get rid of the Eddie, so I don't like that. We can also just reap 3 more times, and I think we'll do that, actually. We didn't draw any more logos again. Ugh. But we did draw in the Harbinger Hecatomb. Oh yeah, what was I thinking before? I don't know what I was thinking before. So we'll get out the check. We got the Axiom too, which is pretty nice. I'm just reaping, reaping, reaping. Now, man, I wish I'd been drawn more logos cards. Let's see, we still got 6 more logos. We got 6 more Saurian and 3 more Dis. We got lots of Dis. Lots of Dis in the house. We do got to remember he's got the Too Much to Protect. And the Brig. We are up to the 7 Ember. If he goes logos, he can memory chip me. Does he have the Brig? If he did, I think he'd be easy going the logos. Stop me and do it again, probably. We got to get rid of that Eddie. So I think we're going to do that next turn no matter what. Whew. He's thinking about this one. Fair enough. I was thinking about some of them too. It does hurt the brain. I didn't even look to see if he's got any disruption. He's got a... Oh, wrong deck. He's got no disruption. That's good. He does have a Mimic Gel, though. He's thinking. Thinking's good. It's hard to think this late, actually. Okay, so what else is going on? Game found. So check it out. Everybody check out the schedule for the coming stream this Sunday, 2 a.m. Eastern Time. We have 24 hours of Keyforge content from all your favorite content creators, starting 2 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, going all the way to 2 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. Check it out. Please come join us as much as you can. Nobody can do it all, but it's going to be awesome. Ghost Galaxy is going to advertise it. Everyone Andrew loves, yes, and Andrew's there too. 1-star peeps, 5-star games. He's working on what he's going to stream right now. Yes. The captain has a cool idea. Opening decks from each set, taking a review of all the sets. It's going to be super cool. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. All right, back to the game. Ego Saurian, Senator Strix, Exalt Senator Strix, Tricerian Legionary to Reap, Legatus to fight Igor, Legatus to Exalt, Simon to fight Babbling Bibliophile, clear up my board a little bit, and Callipygan Ideal on Tricerian Legionary. Okay. That puts him at check. And the tribute on the Tricerian Legionary. Ooh. That is a problem. That is a problem. Because unfortunately, if I had my festering touches, that would not be a problem. But I did not draw those. I discarded one. Okay. So, I do think we go dis here. If he's got Brig lined up after this, we're just toast. We're just toast. Saurian doesn't do us much, so we're going dis. We're taking our archives. First we Harbinger, Hecatomb. So he's still got 10 Ember. Then we EE. Discard the Soul Snatcher. I mean, pretty much if he's got Brig, he's got Brig or too much to protect, so we're kind of effed either way. Now, if we play the Evil Eye, he forges for 9. So we definitely have to play the Evil Eye. And then I think we just play these out. We make him forge for 9 because we can't stop the forge anyway. I mean, we could steal and stop the forge, but then he's still going to use a 5 afterwards because I don't think there's a way that we get enough creatures to stop it with the Phalanx Strike. Now, if he's got the Brig or the TMTP, we're screwed. He's got half of his deck that he's gone through. He goes Logos. What's up, Joker? He went into Logos really quick, which makes me think he's got either the Graft or the Brig. Either one is really bad for me. So this is probably a game over right here. He memory chips, so my cost would be 8 actually. Information exchange to steal 2. So I'm paying 8 right now. Honestly, that could have been much worse. Much, much worse. I dodged both the TMTP and the Brig for this key. We have the second key still coming up. It's actually tempting to go Disc, but we're not going to. We need to go Saurian. We need to establish a board, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Odoac. We need the Odoac, and we need it warded, and we need to protect the shit out of it. So we need to hope we get pull into our taunt next turn. We're really unlucky that when we were doing all the babbling bibliophiles, that we didn't get into our Tau Taus, because we have 3 Tau Taus in the deck, and we didn't get any of them with our babbling bibliophiles. It could have totally changed this game. But we're still alive. It's still close. So we got to do this in the right order. I think the Dis has to die because we need our Odoac warded. I guess it doesn't have to die because we could, with Phalanx Strike, put an Ember on it. I don't really want the Callipygian Ideal on Odoac because we need it to prevent him from stealing. He's gonna get to that Brig though. Oh man. Okay. So that makes me think, oh, maybe we actually do need to get to a key as quick as possible. And the Callipygian Ideal actually prevents a little bit of brigging. So let's do it. We're going to play it. We're going to Phalanx Strike, the Babbling Bibliophile, capture here, and the Eddy. Then we're going to do that, and then we're going to Axiom and ward that guy, and then we're going to play out Compsys and Inchurn. Okay, we did get some Taunt, and we got Falaphosaurus, and we got a Stomp. All that is really good stuff. We would have liked to have our Tracerian Legionary, so we had a little bit more warding. It's really good with a Compsys, but that's alright. Here comes the Shadows. He's hawking my hologramophone. He does have a hit and run, so he could take off my ward here. Oh, he Kymor Eclipses. He did have that too. Oh, Scowly Caper? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so let me think about what other creature control does he have? Phalanx Strike, Hit and Run, Thorium Plasmate. He already uses Thorium Plasmate, already uses Simon. Axiom, Phalanx Strike. Did he already use his Phalanx Strike? He used both tributes. He hasn't used Axiom or Phalanx Strike. Dusk Runner on a J Vinda, huh? Interesting. So we go Saurian here. Grimless play effect with Compsos would be fun with IDL. That is the dream. And if I got all those Tau Tau Vapors, we totally could have made that happen. But no luck this game. So we're going to put out our Ducks. We're going to bet out our Falaphosaurus. We're going to stomp the Scally Caper and put the Ember here. And then we're going to reap with Odoak and capture. Oh yeah, Compsos is gone. So never mind, we're not going to capture that. So now if he brigs, it's not as bad. I can control a little bit how much Ember he gets. And this is actually a pretty good lineup here that he's got to respond to. He could potentially Phalanx Strike Falaphosaurus. If he drops 2 Saurian creatures, he could potentially Phalanx Strike Odoak. So that's the risk, but we got to take it at this point. Especially to get around the team TP and to get around the brig, we got to be risky at this point. He still has 10 left in his draw. This deck can, if lucky, do really crazy stuff with the Grim Locust, the Compsos, the Trisyrian Legionary, Falaphosaurus. It can do really cool stuff with Saurian. He does graft, but he doesn't brig. He mimics still Falaphosaurus. So now I gotta decide how much do I want to use from Odoak and how much do I want to give him. If I only do 2, I don't give him anything. I think that's what I want to do here. Yeah, we're gonna do 2, not give him anything. And we're gonna go straight back into Saurian. We're gonna weep with Falaphosaurus. We're gonna archive Data Forge. It's our I think it's better than Tau Tau. We'll get Golden Spiral. He's gone through both of his Hawks for now, so I think it's okay to play it. No. No, he's only played 1 Hawk. He's got 2, right? Yeah, he's got 2. So it's super tempting to play the Golden Spiral, but I think we actually need to discard it. Reap, reap, discard the Golden Spiral, and play the Strix. And we're going to exalt it and go to check. And in turn. We're going to put the pressure on. And he can't steal because of the Odoak unless he can kill it. What other Ember control does he have? He got rid of his tributes. Eddie's gone. He can't steal with Manchego or Dust Runner. I don't think he can stop me unless he can kill Odoak. If he can kill the Strix or Odoak, then he can stop me. He doesn't have a lot of creature control, so that means he needs a Phalanx Strike. So if he gets 1... Oh, no, that's it. Whew. All right, we got it. Hey, Anxious Pirate, you were right. Whew, that was some mind-numbing games. Oh, man. Thanks, man. We got 3rd place. We did it. Okay. Where's my games? There we go. Last game we won 3-1, right? Yeah. Okay. Which means over into our division. We got third place. All right. Whew, tough games, tough games. But hey, what's up, Dinobot? Man, those games were intense. They are mind-numbing. Yeah, the second game was super intense. Dude, your mimicry, the mimicry on the spoils of battle. Oh my god, they blew my mind. And then I forgot the spoils of battle also had a capture pip. I was like, oh, he still can't stop me. And then had a capture pip and it stopped me. Oh, but I still pulled it out. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was done. I thought it was done. Uh, awesome games, man. Those were really, really wild. Um, we had a super tough division. Kveld and Karen B are superstars. Danielle is a superstar too. Um, I think he had to forfeit some games because he became a father. And the captain's really good too. So, but look at this. We have also 4 superstars that are going to be in our 24-hour stream. That's right. Karen's going to be there. Dinobot's going to be there. I'm going to be there. The captain's going to be there. So we also have the coolest division for content creators. Whew. Okay. Yeah, make sure you check it out. If you haven't done it already, pound game found in the chat. There's a link to the campaign. Pound schedule takes you to this picture. If you forget what time it is, check it out. And it's going to be a lot of fun. People are um, they're trying to do something special. I mean, we've been on hiatus for a while. Everybody's super excited with how it's gone. You can see we're up to 717,000. It's amazing. Way beyond. Ghost Galaxy came out and said way beyond their expectations. So, super exciting. I think Keyforge is back, and it's in a good place now. Whew. Okay. I'm a bit brain dead, and we'll have to see what I got planned for Sunday. Um, it should be fun. But everybody's got is gonna have super cool content. If you haven't done it already, there's been a bunch of spoilers coming out. Call of Discovery just released a spoiler today. Amber Meaties yesterday. We got another tomorrow. So check that out. Let's see, who's tomorrow? No, wait. I'm Amber Meaties was today. Call of Duty. Call of Discovery. Sheesh. I'm brain dead. Call of Discovery is tomorrow. And what is the day after that? I think there's one more. Yeah, Nordic. Hey, the captain, potentially. The Nordic Keyforge podcast on Saturday as a spoiler. So make sure you check those out. Amber Meaties is on YouTube under Amber Meaties. And Call of Discovery is also on YouTube. But they also have their podcasts. They're going to release them both simultaneously tomorrow, I believe. Okay, that's a stream. Thanks everybody for watching. This is crazy. I hope to see you all on Sunday. It's going to be fun. And have yourselves a wonderful night, a wonderful day. Take care, y'all. Let me pull up some music, as always. There we go. Thanks all. Take care.